Hey, what's up my peeps? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. So, you clicked on the title. First, a little intro stuff to go over before we get into the bulk of why you clicked on this super random video. If you like me and you like a lot of my videos, go ahead and click subscribe down below, please. I would love to hit 10 subscribers. That is my birthday wish. Yep. But yeah, this video is probably a little later than Friday because yesterday was my birthday. Hey! Guess what? I just turned 19. Just kidding. Obviously, I just turned 21. So, whoop whoop. Super adult now. So, I just turned 21. So I was a little preoccupied, and I thought let's do a little bit of a weird video. Let's do a little bit of something crazy. So I put on my favorite anime shirt. I put on a little crown, which I'm gonna take off because it's a little bit obnoxious. But yeah, I'm ready to get into this video. So the planned title for this video, should everything go according to plan, is Stop Motion Cooking Channels Are a Parallel Universe. So, let me explain. Yeah, stop motion cooking. I watch a lot of those videos, like probably more than a normal person should. Like, I don't know why I'm obsessed with them. But I fell down a rabbit hole one night and I thought, whoa, these videos are wacky. Like super, and I just couldn't stop watching them for some reason. There's like a lot of things that I get into that I just can't stop watching. Like stop motion cooking videos, rabbit hole immediately. Masterclass advertisements, I for some reason cannot bring myself to click skip on those ads. I just watch the whole thing because I'm just so enthralled by it. It's probably the inner nerd in me wanting to learn as much as I can about everything that's super obscure, but every time I see a masterclass ad, I'm like, oh, I want that. I want to learn that stuff. And then I look at how expensive it is and I think I can never justify purchasing something like that. But one can dream, and the closest I get to one of those lessons is the advertisements. So I can semi-explain that weird obsession, but what I can't explain is my weird obsession with stop motion cooking videos. So, since I'm a giant nerd, and also since I just naturally think of things in like this creative writing perspective, I thought I'd go over what kind of world stop motion cooking videos are. Because I watch them and it's like, obviously they're just little made up things that are meant to be like relaxing or like silly or whatnot. But I'd like to think that this is actually a parallel universe that has like certain laws for things that govern the way that stuff goes. So I thought I'd go over my interpretation of what stop motion cooking videos are and the kind of universe that they've sort of created. At least the kind that is created in my head due to my creative, overactive imagination, one could say. So yeah, let's get into it. First off, stop motion cooking videos take normal things, they cut them up, and they cook with it, and then at the end, they eat it. But usually what happens at the very beginning of the video is they give like a reason for why they cook the things. And usually it's when they're really upset about something. Like I remember one I watched was like your phone, and it was like, oh, cooking with your phone, and they were like, the Wi-Fi is not working, so they took everything electronic and kind of like cut it up and made it into like a soup or something. And I thought, what an interesting prospect for a universe. So it's a universe parallel to ours, but has some magic possibly, is my interpretation. So, what do we know so far? they take normal objects, at least normal objects in our world, that are usually non-edible, and it turns them edible by cutting them up and cooking them. But the only way that I've seen that works is when they're angry. Because then you wonder, if everything that's non-edible is just cooked up, why don't they just always do that? Like, why is there real food at all? My hypothesis for this is that everything is edible when you're angry. Let me explain. So when you're angry, as these videos usually start off, either with like the mom's really upset at you for playing video games, or like you're really upset about something not working out, or like your job, and then they take off their tie and cut it up. I'm not explaining these well, so if you've never seen one of these videos, I recommend watching one before watching this, because I'm explaining it very poorly. Anger, inedible objects turn to food at the end. And usually by the end, they're like, the thing that they were upset about at the beginning is fixed, and they're like, no, which is really funny. So the parallel universe so far, we have requirements for this magic for things to turn edible from non-edible stuff is you need anger towards those objects, and then you need I guess a knife to cut things, and us in a little hot plate. So if these 4 things are met, then you can magic stuff into becoming food. So that's the way this parallel universe works, I think, because things move really weirdly because it's stop motion. So like all the movements are like sort of semi-rigid and sort of strange. So the movements are rigid, you're angry, cooking angry. And then you got these like cooking stuff that you do. You got like your knife work and everything, and it's really interesting when you see the videos of the ones where they cook things that you cook with. Like I saw one where they like a salad spinner. Also the interesting thing is the inedible objects, they cut as if they were edible objects. So like they cut the tie as you would like something else that was like that shape, or like a leafy item in cooking. So I find that really interesting. I just find this world really interesting. It's a parallel universe, parallel to ours in that it's got humans, seemingly. You never really see anyone's faces, which is another interesting thing about stop motion cooking videos. No faces, just the objects, and like usually neck down. So maybe they don't have faces. Maybe that's the conspiracy that I'm looking for here in this video. You have people with no faces cooking stuff angry that are inedible. But the way that they cut them makes it seem like it's parallel to the way that we cook our food, and that they don't always do that, because then you wouldn't have any objects, and what's the point? Something I always think that's really strange about these videos is that it's like the speed at which they happen. Like I know, don't come at me with like they're stop motion, so that's the speed that stop motion happens. But like when you look at stop motion, it's just crazy to me how the speed differs in such an extent to like our universe. Like the way that I could go like this is way different than like a stop motion where it goes like this. Just the sense of time seems different also. Add that to the list. Something also super strange about these videos is the ending is usually them screaming, and it's always like the same scream. So like no matter what person, there's always the same scream. So I'd like to imagine that another part of this universe is that everybody screams the exact same way. It's like no matter if you're a guy, no matter if you're a girl, no matter if you're young, no matter if you're old, every scream is the same. It's all ah. And no matter what, you can't change your pitch or the vocals at all. That's it. That's everybody does that. Oh, that'd be hard for like crime. You'd be like, oh, I heard a scream outside. You won't be able to differentiate like well, that sounds like it's my friend, or like, that sounds like it's my neighbor, because everybody screams the same. What a mess for the police that must be in this universe. For them to have to be like, well, I heard a scream, but everybody screams the exact same way, so I'll never know if that person was a guy, girl, old lady. It could be anybody. It could be a toddler. Imagine that. Imagine babies just full-on adult scream. Like, babies, they scream, obviously. But, like, not like, wah, but like, ah! Just imagine it. Imagine. Maybe that's what this video is. Maybe this video is just imagine Ireland's crazy stop-motion world. So, you combine all 4 of these prospects, similar to our universe but slightly different, and you create the theory of a parallel universe. Well, in summary, I suppose you could just say, I'm a really strange person who thinks, if a video happens, and a lot of videos happen, then it must be their own world, because there's just so many laws that are in these videos that are just never broken throughout the whole series. The scream, the anger, the cooking. I mean, I sure hope so. It's stop motion cooking. The time aspect. All of these things, they don't seem very random. They all happen in such a structure that it's intentional. And I just wonder, I mean, obviously I don't actually believe that these are taking place in a parallel universe, but if we take that out of the equation and say, why do these artists choose to do this, then that's another interesting question, I think. Because it's like, why specifically make it so that like, if it was just one video where it's like, oh, they have to be angry, but it's every single video they're angry, and I just wonder, maybe that's just a stylistic technique of stop motion cooking videos, or maybe it's just the ones I've seen at least. But either way, I'd like to believe that it's a really interesting stylistic choice for these videos to do these things, or that it's a parallel universe. And either of those prospects are equally exciting to me. So, parallel universe, stop motion cooking. Yeah. That's sort of my conclusion here. I can draw further on random aspects, but I'd rather not get too crazy into it because I'm already ranting. So yeah, this has been my attempt at a rambling style YouTube video. If you like hearing me ramble about random things I think about at midnight, please leave a like, and again, subscribe down below to watch more content of either this or a different video. I'm thinking about doing a video about Hamilton music. I know there's already a lot out there, but I really love that musical. Like, I've been in love with it for a while. And I think it'd be really fun to maybe like rank my favorites, just because I'm a totally random person that isn't like super musically inclined. So if you're interested in that kind of video, let me know in the comments down below, so that I can make that happen. I'm probably gonna make that happen no matter what, because it's just something that seems super fun to me, and this channel is supposed to be fun. So yeah. This has been me rambling about a random topic for an extended period of time. This is gonna be something to edit. Woo! That's the end of the video. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching and for sticking to the end if you did. I was thinking I might start a different thing at the end of the video to see who makes it to the end. If you make it to the end of this video, please comment below your parallel universe theories. And yeah, it's been fun rambling with you today. I thought, since I do it so much in my other videos, I might as well just make a whole video dedicated to me rambling. But hey, it's the day after my birthday, so I can do whatever I want. Also, it's my YouTube channel, so I could do that anyways. But hopefully someone watches and finds this somewhat entertaining. Alright, enough rambling. Bye!